Oh well, let's mine this iron vein that I found and carry out. It's a regular one, the one that you saw before. Now let's continue grabbing this. I need iron, tons of it. Let's grab a little more copper because we're gonna need a ton of copper in the future. And as you can see, this the first vein I found it's actually giving me a lot of copper for a long time indeed. But to be quite frank, I believe this is actually two veins together, or three maybe. Because as you can see, here is just native copper, but here is rich native. So at least two veins here. And keep the ores coming. Well, grinding one by one would be really annoying since we cannot speed this up. So how about we just make a lot of crans? And keep grinding. Let's go then, last PC. And here we have my new setup of armor. Let's just make a quick comparison between the two of them. I'm gonna get a PC and a more of slash resistance. Very nice. And look how I look. I now can't see you. All green. But of course I can expect this is not the final armor since we now have access to a more strong material. Well, while I was exploring my world, I found this strange tree here. Now let's try to anchor somewhere more safely. See what kind of tree is that. Let's hope no bad guy comes to me. Well, for now I'm safe. What kind of wood is this? It is Kabrak! Oh, it's K-Park! So it's jungle. Okay then. Let's try to get some saplings and get the heck out of here. Cause this place is laggy as hell. You can see by my FPS. After a quick check on the wiki, I think we cannot get saplings from either Akasha or K-Park. So this was worthless. Here we have some kind of nice wall. That is useless. So let's start making the preparation for the next step. Let us grab some of our graphite and kaolite and make some more fire clay. So let's play the clay in the middle, the graphite here, and I believe the cowlight go all around, and we got our fire clay. Now we need to make it into this shape, and we get 2 fire bricks. It's not much. I need more of this. If my calculation isn't wrong, I only need 10 of this clay fire brick at the beginning. If I need more, then I'll make more later on. So let's place it down here, and need to cook, of course, and the old-fashioned way. Now we wait. Alright, let us pick our fire bricks from the pit and see if I did not mistaken the formula. Now let's place it like this, and we now have 4 fire bricks block. Perfect. Now let's get to the point. To make the nets material, not metal, it's steel, and for that I need a blast furnace. And to make a blast furnace, just like I need for the bloomery, I need 8 double plates of wrought iron. So this is about 32 ingots. That is a lot of iron. To be quite frank, I almost run out of all that which magnetite I had. But I made it the stuff, so the blame is mine. So let's place our plates like this, and nothing happens because we need something in the middle. We need a crucible, and now we have a blast furnace. All right, let's set it up then. First, need to have a forge here, so let's just good. First step. Second step, need the crucible and place it on top of the fire pit. Job is done. Now to the second step, we place the blast furnace on top of it. But it's not accepting right now, and I think it's because I need to do the next step before that. I need to place 4 fire bricks in each direction above the blast furnace. So it should accept now. No? Why? Well, it seems the answer is I was getting ahead of myself. These fire bricks are not hid to be the blast furnace. We need to cover the sides of it with a plate. So, since each brick has 3 sides exposed, down and up, and the internal one do not need it. So we place one here, and here, and here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 iron plates. Now we should be able to place the blast furnace just like this, and we have made it, but still one piece missing, this right here. Now let us take a double plate, place into the anvil, and make the last one, this 2. Now with it's done, we have almost eat every piece for the blast furnace. Now for the last piece, let's place this here, just not forgot. As you know, the crucible is not hot enough to smelt iron directly. Needed the blast furnace alone. Need something to a tad more heat to it. So let us make 2 bellows. Yes, 2 bellows. Because one should go to the blast furnace. I said one goes to the blast furnace and the other one go to the crucible. Okay. Just by looking at it, you should be already seeing that this is extremely charcoal consuming, because we need to fill the forge with it and start so you can heat up the crucible and the blast furnace, I suppose. Then you need to go up here, jump the grab, and toss the ore, the charcoal, and some flux on it. For what I heat, each size of the chimney can hold up to 4 ingots. Since this is the smallest one, it can only handle 4 ingots. I believe if I toss all this rich magnetite and all this poor one should be enough. Should be the maximum of it. But you also need to throw some flux and some charcoal. And the stink thing needs to come out right now. So let's check the blast furnace. We have ore and charcoal. We need to place a little more charcoal if I can. Because this is gonna get consumed very quickly. All left is to ignite it. And here we go, it's starting to heat up. And so we use our bellows to make it go even more hotter. And now we begin the ordeal. We're getting to the max temperature. Don't forget to put more fuel into the forge. Just a little more. Come on. I know you can do it. I toasted more. Oh, why did it work? Well, it's done. And all I got was pig iron. Just a little of it. Oh my gosh. You don't actually need this forge and crucible to make the pig iron, but you need the crucible below it to get the pig iron, and need to keep it hot because or else it's gonna solidify, and you don't want that, do you? Now let's try to take this pig iron out. I did not get much of it. That was actually strange. Now that we got our piggy iron, now just need to hit and knock so we can work with it. Well, it can already work, but it's better to wait to get a little more safe. Well, let's try this. Ingot. Probably semi-zero, yes. Semi-zero and high carbon. Now if we do it again. And we got our first steel ingot. Yay! One! Now we just need to make a lot more. And I really mean a lot more. Cause to make any tool, as before, we need to make the steel anvil, and for that is just 14 of those. So we still have a long way to go. So I guess I figured this out. First, you don't need the forge below it. Just the crucible to receive the pig iron that comes from the blast furnace. And when you turn on Wila, you can see that it's about ore, not ingots. So I can only process at maximum of 4 ore at a time. But something that it's not explained that it follows the same rules every forge or crucible or everything. As you see, it is now in low temperature, so we need to click it to start it, and then start to heat up and consume some of the charcoal. So we need to place some back as it get consumed. So it's a good idea to toss some extra here. And the temperature rising, and most people probably would already starting heating the bellows, so it's gonna get a higher temperature. I'll just hold the button for now, and the temperature rises until you get to this point. As you can see, the temperature is almost at the maximum. It is at the maximum, but the ore did not smelt it. Why? Well, the reason is quite simple actually. It follows the same thing as the forge and other stuff do, and I'll just talk about that. But the ore are still heating up. It does not go from totally cold to melt down in the instant, like the crucible can do with some stuff. So even if I keep the temperature at maximum, the ore are still heating up. So you cannot accelerate this process. You need just to be patient. To be quite frank, you do not actually need to keep heating the bellow for now. It would be a good idea to just light it up with a minute, and then start to heat the bellow, so the ore get to temperature high enough to the bellow do something. As it now, I don't know if I am doing something good or just making the charcoal burning faster without any real good side about it. As you see, the extra charcoal was already consumed, and it's dropping again. So let's put a little more. Now it's just a question of keeping it hot enough for to get to the melting point of it. And here we are. We have done more pig iron. You don't need the forge below this, because when the pig iron drops in the crucible, it will be already into the temperature for it, in the liquid temperature. So unless you forgot to pig iron in the crucible, you have little reason to have a forge below it to heat up. So it's up to you. Now we have done one process. Now we should make another one. So let's toss 2 magnetites, 3 flux, and fill the rest with charcoal. And some extra to make sure. As you see, the temperature is still high, so I don't actually need to keep in battle on this for now. The temperature is rising and now it's dropping. Rise and drop. So each side of the chimney will allow me to process 4 ores at the maximum. I just placed 3 instead of 4 because I want to have a little more charcoal than the ore, so I don't need to keep climbing up here to get the place more. So this is a long game. Here again we can see that how much Wila is a kind of shitty way to know things. As you can see on the tooltip, this is the blast furnace heating up, even though this shows that the temperature is high enough. This shows the temperature of the ores, and as you remember from the forge, on itself the max temperature of a charcoal can get is white yellow. So until the blast furnace reach white yellow, you do not actually need to press the bellows. Only when the temperature is at that point and do not go any higher, you need to press it. So now we just waited to get the correct temperature. Here we are, it is yellow white and still raising up. But now it comes to the point where it cannot go any further, so now we press the bellow. Now the oil starts to melt down. There you go, everything done. We now have more pig iron. Now let's do the same thing. Just grab more rich magnetite, same amount of flux, toss it here, drop charcoal, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a little extra, and it turned it down. Yes. Let's grab my flint steel that I was not using, and it is heating up again. So now we wait. Now let's see if I really need to put any extra charcoal. Let's see, I just placed the 4 pieces required and then waited all the way here, and now I am making it hotter so it can melt down, and nothing yet. And I saw the ore ticking down, so it's probably gonna last. And there we go. Do not need any extra charcoal. Well, but as you can see, making the lowest size blast furnace is kind of boring because I had this rich magnetite, and with 3 pieces I can make a full ingot. If I was using normal, I would also get one, but if you only had find this poor one, I would be not much great. So make the stove, I can have more steel at once. It's not a bad idea, but to make that I need to make more 12 steel iron plates. For that I need more magnetite, and for that I need to get more. Well, but I am getting there with my steel, so I will at least get the steel anvil and make some steel pickaxe to go there. Iron just not gonna make it. I know I made a video that's saying that I'm not gonna talk about crops anymore, but this is not about food. Here we have the hopper, but this different from the vanilla hopper. This do not transport item. This hopper has one single utility. You place the hopper on the top of a barrel, then you place olivine inside of it, and then all left to do is place a smooth block on top of it. As you see, it took this shape and it is slowly compressing the olivine into olivine oil. After so much work, finally got enough steel to make the anvil and some tools. So let's put them to heat up, shall we? Let's put this here, light up, light this one up too, place more here, and let's use this one too, why not? Now I just need to heat them up so we can weld them and make the anvil. Got the max temperature on its own, so let's grab this very quickly, run to the anvil, toss them, weld them. This will get us 6. Just one more. And here you go, last one. Go, go, weld. Come to me, my aim. It's here, here. All the way as before. And we now got the steel anvil on our back. Now I can take this one out. So let's grab a pickaxe and remove it. Pickaxe on the head, on the hand. Oh, too much heavy. Ta-da! Steel anvil. Now let's toss this here, and you know the drill. I don't need any more, so I'll place you here. But wait. Cannot get to the enough temperature to it to melt down. We need to go here. This is not a good idea. Wait a second. Let's just do this then. Ta-da! Now I can get this crossbow to be hot enough to melt this anvil. When they get there, of course. Here we go. Now we have some wrought iron here. 14 ingots. Nice. So there is not to waste the chance to make all this iron into more plates, so we can make a bigger blast furnace. It's gonna give me already half of it almost. Yeah, I'll need more than half. So it's a good start at least. Now that we get that done, let's take our first steel ingot and make a hammer, because I have used already almost everything of it. So let's make this one quickly. It was quicker than expected actually. Now I have a hammer. And here we go, steel hammer. With a lot of durability extra. Look at that power, almost stronger than my sword. But before I start to expand more, let's move another tier of armor up. Even though this one is still pretty good and pretty strong, let's move from the bismuth bronze to the iron one. As you can see, everything's got a lot stronger. So let's put this on and have this metallic look upon us. Now let's get back to work and get more iron, because we need a tons of it. And we run out, but we have new tools. Now that we got this olive oil, we can finally pick the lamp, place it, fill it with oil, and now we have some lantern. Now let's just run to the place where I wanted to place it before and place it down. Yay! Now it has light here. We can turn it off and on. A full oil lamp will last for 2000 hours. That's almost an entire year in the game. So we don't need to worry about to highlight this one here for a long time. Take this chance. Statistics. This much has changed since last time.